Honey, I'm home. I know you think that's corny, and you are probably right, but I have such a hard time not doing it every time I come home to you. So the kitchen was running behind, that's why I'm a little late, but fret not, because in exchange for said lateness, we got an order of mott sticks for free. Sal was really sad you weren't the one picking it up though, so I told him I'd give you a hug for him if that's okay with you. Speaking of hugs, where is my sunshine? Oh. Hey baby. Is this a code blue? Well, you're sprawled out on the floor in your baggy shirt. All of the lights are off except for the one I just turned on in the kitchen. And you have a Sufjan Stevens vinyl playing. And it's not even Carrie and Lowell, or Illinois, or The Age of Ads. It's Convocations. Permission to approach, or do you need a little bit more time for yourself? Okay, love. There we are, baby girl. In my arms. Where you were meant to be. Do you want to talk about it, or do you want me to just keep holding you in silence for a little bit? That is perfectly fine with me, love. I think so. Isn't she the new hire who got assigned to your team a couple weeks ago? Yeah, you said she seemed really cold and distant, but you thought she would eventually come around. Did she say something? It's okay, honey. Let it all out. You do not need to apologize for crying. You're in an environment that will support you in conveying your emotions in natural and healthy ways. What did you say, sweets? You kind of mumbled there and I couldn't hear you. If you're... I think you are the most beautiful woman that I have ever laid eyes on. Of course I can describe it. I love the way that your smile curls up on the right side of your lips whenever you hold it for a long period of time. I love how your eyes are so inviting that you can get any stranger to start a conversation with you just by looking in the direction. I love how you... I'm sorry. I did not mean to upset you. What did you mean then? Oh, that's what she said to you. You're not being overdramatic, babe. You've really been struggling with your relationship with your body recently, and she said something that attacked that relationship full force. It's understandable that you felt pushed over the edge by that. Your feelings are valid and will be accepted in this household, no matter what. Darling, I love your body. I love it exactly the way it is, in any shape or size it will ever be. You are eternally sexy. Well, I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm gonna have to bring out the big guns. I've been saving this story for a really bad day, and I think this is the perfect time. So, okay, here we go. Remember our first date? I know you remember, but do you remember the moment we met? I had pulled into the restaurant parking lot and got out of the car, and then I started walking towards the patio where you had informed me that you were sitting through text. About halfway through the parking lot, I saw you. You were wearing that sleek black dress that hugs your curves perfectly, and you were bent over reading a book which really accentuated the sisters. You had cherry red lipstick on that I always make sure to kiss when you have it on, because I love the way you taste. And the dress was just high enough that I could see how voluptuous your thighs were. In that moment, I completely forgot where I was, and my brain went blank except for one thought. And that was how badly I wanted to ravage you at the end of the night. Eventually, I realized I had literally stopped walking and was just gawking at you in the middle of the parking lot, so I pulled myself together and went over to sit next to you. So whenever you start feeling unconfident about your body, just remember that when I shook your hand for the first time, I had a raging boner, and it was all because of you. It may have been a silly story, but 1, it pertains to the situation at hand, and 2, it made you smile, and that's exactly what I was aiming for. Your cellulite? Baby, that's one of my favorite parts of you. No, come on, I'm being serious. I'm being so serious. It really is. Whenever we're laying in bed together, I like to trace it with my finger. Not only because your skin is so smooth and amazing to touch, but because I like to imagine that every line is a memory of your life before we met. So whenever I trace one, I think of a significant moment in your life that you've told me, and I try to visualize it in my head. For example, do I have permission to touch your stomach? Okay. My favorite one is this one right here, which represents your graduation. I like to imagine myself sitting right behind your family and watching you walk up on that stage with your face beaming for all the world to see. And in a way, I feel like I become connected to that moment through touching you. It's kind of a way that I can get closer to you in my mind, you know? Well, if you ever get any more, then I know those will be our memories together. Like our first date when I was hiding a boner underneath a table for a solid 15 minutes. No, but in all seriousness, I am hopelessly attracted to not only your body, but the person attached to it. You will never not be enough for me, and more importantly, anyone else that you come across in your life at all. Of course, baby. Plus, I don't know how you would think that I don't find you sexy when my left hand has been absent-mindedly stroking the inside of your thigh for the past 5 minutes. I promise you that I didn't notice it until just now. But that should be the ultimate proof, actually. No matter how much I'm trying to focus on comforting you about your emotions, there's still a part of my mind that has its attention on doing some very, very debaucherous things to you. I'll always be here for you, love. Whether it's just to listen, or to comfort you, or to just exist in your presence, it will always and forever be my pleasure. And although I would love to show you the ultimate sign of how sexy I think you are, because wow, your thigh and lips have gotten me all sorts of worked up, I have an important question to ask you. Have you eaten at all today? Alright, I have a follow-up question. Do you think you're in a place right now where we can take a swing at those free mott sticks? I promise you it'll taste amazing because everything tastes better when it's free. It doesn't have to be that either. I can whip up some chicken and broccoli for us real quickly. I just want to make sure that you have something in your body for it to do. Alright, I'll reheat them in the oven for a little bit and you go set up Mario Party, okay? Ready, set, break. Oh my gosh, one more second. How could I forget? Could you please come back here for a sec? All of the things that I said could have not been true, and I could have just been making it all up, and I would still think you're the sexiest thing on the planet because I love, and I mean love, this ass. I'm sorry, but I got another laugh from you, and that's a win for me. I love you, baby.